The role of early intervention with children is incredibly important. The evidence shows that it leads to better outcomes later on as well. The 360 Kids Early Childhood approach is actually through a transdisciplinary model. So what that means is occupational therapists, physiotherapists, speech pathologists, and behaviour support practitioners can actually work together collaboratively to provide support to the children. So this helps the child actually have access to services when they need it. 360 Kids provides them with opportunities to access supports from multiple disciplines while still having that one key person or key contact. And it's a great way for the family to access the OT or the speechy, but then not experience that burnout or trying to coordinate 4 or 5 therapists at the same time, where the early childhood practitioner then can provide that support directly.
Andrea recommended an OT assessment, which would be beneficial for Ryan around his sensory processing, as well as his balance and his spatial awareness. And Matthew from National 360 was who she suggested would be best for it.
For Ryan, we referred him to an OT, and the OT was able to do an assessment on his balance and provide some proprioceptive activities that were able to help engage in those gross motor skills and improve his balancing.
So what we're going to do today with our assessment for Ryan, you mentioned that he had some balance issues. So what we're going to do first, we're going to get him to walk heel to toe between the 2 cones. And what that's looking at is when you go heel to toe, that really challenges his balance. So we want to see if he's going to catch himself or if he's going to fall over. Once he finishes this, we're then going to challenge him and throw in a second instruction. And that's going to be running between the blue cone to the orange cone and back. So now we're assessing balance. Then we're assessing his ability to follow 2 tasks at the same time. Based upon the information the early childhood practitioner gave me, I then was able to conduct a balance assessment as well as a sensory assessment, and then provide some strategies to the early childhood practitioner that they could then take to the family and work in their everyday practice with the child. The early childhood practitioner is delivering that on a more regular basis. So the way that benefits the family and child is they get access to targeted support from an occupational therapist while the early child practitioner is still seeing the child. So they can access support more in a timely manner, which will then lead to better outcomes. So the family-centered approach means that while we're working with the child and what their goals are, we're also working closely with the family to build their capacity and their ability to also help their child. Building that capacity with the families also then helps them to deliver their own therapy outside of ours as well. So the real goal of early intervention is to provide the family with supports and the skills so they can reach what their goals are, whatever that may be, and for the child to reach their potential, again, whatever that may be. What I would say to parents considering 360 Kids is that we are committed to partnering with you guys throughout the journey, and we'll be there every step of the way across that journey.